Hello and welcome to deValiane Plays Chapter 1 of 2064 ROM by Midboss. This game is part of Humble Bundle's Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. The following features violence, flashing animations, strong language, and graphic descriptions. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started. How do I save? I should probably figure that out. So that was the prologue?
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
Thank you.
Have you been overwatering it?
My what? Sometimes things just rattle out of you and I have no idea how to respond to it. Don't plants need lots of water? I'm gonna say this.
Deride me if you want, but I'm merely attempting to care for this living being you've been so callously neglecting. If I can continue without the insults...
Good luck there, kid.
It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Thank you. The plant's named Wilty. I got it from a friend a couple months ago. Mildew, time to give the landlord another call. We have more important things for him.
How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want me to do about that plant? Mildew, time to call landlord. I have more important. Let's...
Okay. Still, I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you.
Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat.
Excellent.
We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Let's figure out how to save first. Save as... What is today? The 12th? Yeah, that'll be... Okay, so go here. Oh no, that's where I am. Stardust Club. So go.
Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth.
If you can read that, sure.
From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside, and some answers.
The door to Stardust is inviting. It looks packed. Wait, these partying silhouettes are just painted on the windows.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Welcome to Stardust. Hold up there. Got ID?
Do I? Yes, I do. Let's talk to the dude. I'm gonna use an item on you.
Alright. Looks good to me. Welcome to Stardust.
Thank you.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
No. I hate this thing. No, it's not my kind of zone. This is my first time. I don't think it'll be my last. Oh, it will absolutely be my last. Who can stand me?
The driving bass has some interesting mathematical interactions with the chorus, and the tempo is certainly geared towards exciting the human circulatory system. I could learn to like it, but I agree. The volume is stressing my audio receptors.
Oh, you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna say from now on. Every time I go somewhere where like there's just way too much noise, I'm like, the volume is stressing my audio receptors, and I'm not vibing.
Anyway, where do you think we should start?
With this guy. Let's check the bar.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Or he is Tomcat, because his shirt is the same color as the name.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
Is it morning? I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
Water, please. I don't know what any of these are. Tastes like orange. My gosh. This takes forever. Cut punch. Ingredients and ratios. Netherworld, Onyx Rum, Kaleido. Green tea? Fucking, I don't know. Natasha, green tea.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in that?
Tea?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Non-alcoholic, just green tea, because it's that good.
Does that sound good?
Yes. Sounds good.
Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up.
Thank you.
Now, what is it you need to know?
We're looking for...
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking.
Let's learn your name.
I should introduce myself. The name's Majid.
Majid.
I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that. So, what do you want to know?
Not to be rude, but don't places like this come and go in a flash? Well, if he's owned it for forever, so what did you do before Stardust? Let me...
Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work. Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fish my whole life. Wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was. So, enough about me. What do you need to know?
Mm-hmm.
Hayden, scientist guy, does some kind of computer research, parallax. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's around here tonight. Our place doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programmers. Go figure.
How? Okay.
I can ask around, find out if anyone's seen him. I'll let you know. Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger.
Lovely.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for someone named Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising.
Okay, creepy.
And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt.
I wasn't going to, but thank you. Just...
It may surprise you coming from a nasty hybrid, but I actually don't need love. Even genotypicals flirt with me. Not like I want them to.
I just want to leave this conversation.
And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them elsewhere.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
I just want to get over this conversation.
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to.
That's racist.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
I'm trying!
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me.
You must be Tomcat.
Yours truly, though.
Cute.
Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Is that why that woman was giving me such a hard time? No.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different kind of words. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
How did you know? Tell us about yourself. How did you know Hayden? Why was that woman giving me such a hard time? Tell us about yourself. How do you know Hayden?
Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy.
He likes you.
I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books.
Hmm.
He ain't the most straightforward kind of man.
What was Hayden working on? My computer runs on Lips OS. I didn't know ROMs did too. Do you know why he may have gone missing? Let me ask him things.
Mostly that little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turin is all I knew about.
You even know his name.
I don't rightly know.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but Parallax found out about it somehow. Ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with him. He would just get fired. Maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him and the CIA or anything. As it suits you, hon.
Can...
Oh, sure! You might have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Why hack into Parallax? So which was it? Kid genius or malicious criminal? What's the deal with the accent? Are you from the South? Why hack into Parallax?
To see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow.
Do you though?
Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, who am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave.
I mean,
Probably North
they're
Carolina.
from the South.
Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet. Oh, don't you worry about Jess, none. She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks. Because, well...
Because people are assholes.
Whew, they are. Especially the hybrids, though I think it's more the way they look than the way they act. Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. She does owe me a favor, or three. But I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear?
Okay.
Of course, hon. Ooh, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for analysis of other That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user has tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like Neo-SF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yeah.
Okay, so how do we find Hayden?
Yeah, I'm not real sure, hon. But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, it's probably something we're not seeing. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start.
Alright, I'll come back when I have the data cache.
Good luck. Turing, you keep out of trouble.
Oops. Okay, so Hayden's apartment. Go.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo-SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation.
Well, cray out.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
Not anyone, even with a badge. It's my friend's place. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
Thank you for your cooperation. Listen, I really need to get in there.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo-SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at level 2 guard mode, and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact that we're not missing anymore. We do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
If the window is still open, we can try the fire escape. Maybe we should just let the police head over. I do have contact inside the Neo-SFPD.
Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Lexi, she's kind of new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence.
Thanks.
It makes anticipating your needs more difficult.
Sorry? It's a bit creepy when you do that. Actually, I prefer it that way. It's a bit creepy.
Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance.
It's Officer Rivers? That would be... Well, I just shot myself in the own foot.
Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers?
I mean, yeah, I would recommend that.
Done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we?
No, we would not.
Now lead the way.
Police station added to city map. The Neo San Francisco police station for the Richmond district. It has all the charm of, well, any other old police department. Crime status screen. Oh, cool.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm looking for Detective Lexi Rivers. Tell her it's Diva.
Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will caution you to be safe.
Thank you.
She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with? I apologize, citizen, but I am not authorized to comment on ongoing investigations. I will pass your concerns on to the detective in charge.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Have a good day, citizen.
I'm so glad these are so close together. What is this? This is a public park ROM. It roams its designated area to offer water and directions to tourists. It also takes donations. Looks like he's taking a photo of his ROM. Tree. Sharply dressed woman.
Do you think I'd look nice in that hat?
I think you would look adorable in that hat.
I'd really love that.
Aww.
Maybe it would look better in orange or a green.
Probably orange, because that's the complementary color.
Perhaps a mauve.
Let's not get too crazy. Okay.
Originally built by the Herschel Spillman Company in 1914, this carousel is still one of the outstanding attractions near the children's playground.
A small snack stand in the middle of the park. The coffee there is actually really great. Tree.
Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum.
Thank you. You know a lot about plants.
It's one of my favorite trees. The clean lines of the leaves and mottled patterns of the bark are interesting. Quite fun to paint, and it's a rather useful tree too. The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic, boiled into tea, or used as flavoring in foods. Even used as a fragrance in soaps. Many of the trees in this park are excellent specimens of the species. It's one of the only topics I've permanently committed to my personal memory.
Your personal memory, that's it.
Oh, I do. However, I originally originally started by painting landscapes. My interest in the arts began through Bob Ross's work, and he focused on landscapes. It wasn't until recently that I moved on to other forms of composition. Yes, have you heard of him? During my initial stages of mental growth, Hayden limited my media access to mostly only educational programs. I had almost a century of public access television to review, and I stumbled upon Mr. Ross's excellent show, The Joy of Painting. He used an easy-to-learn wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and I started to paint along with the episodes. I also find his philosophical views compelling. He often used anecdotal stories from his life to illustrate his opinions. I respect the man quite deeply. I've committed all 403 episodes of the series to my personal memory.
Your personal memory?
Ah, yes. I don't actually store most information on my local memory. It's actually rather limited, and I have to be a bit choosy about what I keep. So most of the information I utilize, I just pull off the mesh net when needed. It's like relearning things over and over again. I'm sure you would find it tedious. I enjoy making sure my reference tables are up to date in my spare clock cycles.
That's true.
I mostly store things locally if they are of some critical importance to me, like information pertaining to personal memories, or knowledge that would be helpful if I found myself disconnected from the net.
And eucalyptus trees makes the cut.
Well, as I said, I keep things pertaining to my personal memory. It may seem insignificant, but without the information about Eucalyptus globulus, I'd lack critical details about my painting history and the local area, both of which I find important to my emotional development. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know what's important and what isn't, but I fear losing parts of myself. So, Eucalyptus globulus stays.
It's cute. You're cute.
Of course I'm cute. The basic ROM form factor is designed to place us firmly outside of the uncanny valley. I can't imagine adoption rates for the technology would have been very high otherwise.
Thank you for the information, Turing.
Of course. Enough about the happy little trees. You'll have to excuse me for chattering on like that. We'll have plenty of time to discuss things once we've found Hayden.
Okay, so this is another tree. Eucalyptus globulus, huh? Lexi.
Hey there. Long time.
Yeah.
Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing?
Don't rush on my account, just a man's life.
I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a froyo stand has to do with it. My guess? It's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred. Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick. I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. But hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on?
An old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing.
Oh shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things are precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal ROM, and I was witness to the kidnapping. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
Damn. Alright then, I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
I was hoping we could keep this off the books. That's nice, but we need your help in a different kind of way.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you. We were hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs. I guess it makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously. They wouldn't have left only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you next soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out.
Can you escort us into the apartment yourself? Could you just radio the guard ROM to let us in?
No way, not gonna happen. If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right.
We can't wait a day. Hayden might not have that long. What happened, Lex? You used to play by your own rules.
Look, I'm taking this seriously, and so should you. If Hayden is in real danger, you bumbling after whoever took him is just gonna get you killed. I don't need that kind of crap on my conscience.
You're going to put his life in danger because you don't want to stir the pot? You know I can handle myself, Lexi. You've been there.
Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go. I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. I have to handle this.
We'll have a better shot at this if we work it from both ends. I'll be careful, Lexi. I just want to help my friend.
No. I'm sorry, but we're not going to do it that way. I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest. Let me do my job. I don't want you to get hurt. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. I still care about you. Alright.
Alright.
I don't have a stick up my ass about regs, but I'm not gonna send an untrained civilian into this alone, much less a friend. Now let's split up for a bit. I still gotta finish up this Froyo thing. I'll call you about the case later, alright?
Well, that didn't go how I hoped, but maybe it isn't a total loss. I have another idea on how to get us both inside the apartment.
Good to hear. What is it?
I'll need to get my hands on Detective Rivers' police identification badge. I can just detect its outline in the fabric of her jacket pocket. I'll need to be considerably closer to pull its near-field data. We can't risk being too obvious. I'm sure you can come up with some way for me to scan it. I have faith in you.
Toppings everywhere. The humanity of it.
A very distraught owner of a very destroyed Froyo stand. A broken, beat-up Froyo stand. It was in the newspaper. It was in the news. You read OK Today, right? No. The Froyo stand wasn't activated by voice.
The pretzel guy. Yes. Steve! He's been after this spot for years.
This pump controls the flow of water to the park ROM. It's currently on and pumping strong. You deactivated the pump and stopping the water flow. You hope it doesn't run out. ROMs do weird things when they can't follow their core commands.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Sure, I'll take some water.
Sure thing. Please wait. Oh, this is embarrassing. I seem to have run out of cool, refreshing water.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh-oh.
Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. I'll be right back.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
Okay, so now what?
Let me keep that under my...
Hey! What the hell are you doing with my ID?
Oh, excuse me, Detective Rivers. I noticed it fell out of your pocket after that wayward ROM crashed into you, and I wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the shuffle.
Huh. Thanks. What hit me? You said it was a ROM?
Yes, it's following faulty programming of some kind. Perhaps it was the same one that damaged this vendor's cart? It headed off in that direction.
Guess I should check it out. Not like I have any other leads on this jackpot of a case. Hey you, Froyo guy? Tag along with me in case I need you to identify the bot.
Me? But I've gotta attend my stand.
It's horribly busted, my dude.
Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And you two. Don't think I don't know you're up to something. Keep your noses clean. I'll be in touch.
Do you want your ID back? Like...
As I was saying, let me keep it under my hat for now. I am more than just a walking search engine, you know.
You don't have a hat?
Dramatics aside, we should return to Hayden's apartment.
I'm gonna turn it back on. Look at that water spray. Your ID card.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of ongoing investigations. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter.
Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation.
So, are you impressed yet? Have I proven my usefulness?
You don't need to prove anything to me, Turing, but good job. Not bad. Not bad at all. You've made your point, Turing. You're not bad.
At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation. Or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times.
How did that work with just Lexi's voice anyway? Can't that police bot see us?
Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark B. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum.
That's your police department budget for you.
Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer.
Thanks.
But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat.
The door to Hayden's apartment. It seems to have been recently replaced. Okay.
Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why?
Jeez, those tags look like Human Revolution graffiti.
What does the Human Revolution want with Hayden?
I feel like saying Human Revolution is probably either a terrorist group or it's, yeah, because it says pure, but it also might be a red herring.
Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left.
Don't worry, Turing. We'll find him, get it together, and relax. It's just stuff.
You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess.
I doubt it.
We don't have time to waste on my histrionics.
The desk has been ransacked and tagged with spray paint. Pure graffiti. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the human genome and cybernetic augmentation has, in the human's revolution viewpoint, diluted the purity and strength of the species. So they are a terrorist group. Tech scum graffiti.
I think you're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs.
Yeah, they're a terrorist group.
I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
The view is marred by graffiti and splintered glass. A ROM piece has been embedded in the high-res screen.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the human revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Maybe they took it to delay Hayden's research. Maybe someone is framing the human revolution, which is my guess. Maybe they really are just vandals and stole it to sell.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong?
What was that? Hell yeah, I'm gonna save.
Thank you for joining me for Chapter 1 of 2064 ROM. Chapter 2 will be out shortly. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment letting me know what you like down below. Please no hate or spoilers, as I'm not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you next time.